Good afternoon, my name's Sarah, and what is your name, please?
Hi, my name is Ling.
May I see your ID?
Yes, here it is.
Thank you, Ling, that's fine. So we're going to try a practice speaking test this afternoon, and first let's start with part 1, and I have some questions to ask you. Firstly, what kinds of emails do you receive about your work or studies?
Actually, I receive quite a lot of emails every day. I have to check tasks from my boss and my team. Also, my students often send me their homework via emails or maybe some questions relating to the lessons.
Do you prefer to email, phone, or text your friends?
Honestly, me and my friends often send funny stories or maybe talk about trivial topics. So we often text so that we can check and reply when available. Plus, I think sending emails would be too formal for us.
Do you reply to emails and messages as soon as you receive them?
I believe it is courteous to reply to emails or messages as soon as possible. I often look through some important messages and think about what I should reply thoroughly and maybe make a draft before sending it to avoid regrettable mistakes.
Let's move on to part 2 now. First, I'll give you 1 minute to think about the topic and plan what you'd like to say. And today, I'd like you to describe a hotel that you know.
Okay.
All right, that's 1 minute. Can you start speaking now, please?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so the first place that comes up to my mind when seeing this topic is Ancient Paradise Hotel, one of the best hotels I've stayed in recently. This hotel is situated in the historic heart of Hanoi, within a 5-minute drive to Hoàn Lake. After doing a lot of thorough research on booking, an app for booking accommodation, I chose this hotel because there were a lot of rave reviews from previous guests, and it is reasonably priced with only 250,000 VND per night, including a buffet breakfast. While the hotel didn't look gorgeous from the exterior, since it had an old and kind of dusty street front, but as I entered it, I was blown away immediately by its delightful atmosphere. Everything was neat and clean, with the nature-inspired color palette of various green and brown shades. Although we were not lucky with the weather, as it was in midsummer, luckily the hotel was fully air-conditioned. The hotel offered excellent facilities, including a restaurant, a lounge, a spa, and free Wi-Fi. Every room was elegantly decorated in classic French design with a lot of beautiful paintings on the wall. The room we were staying in had a lovely balcony with which overlooking a bustling street. So I was very satisfied with the experience with this hotel, and I would definitely recommend this because of the 5-star services, also with the excellent amenities.
And now it's time for part 3, so we'll have a discussion. And the first question I'd like to ask you is, what things are important when people are choosing a hotel?
Without a doubt, location should take priority over other aspects. It must be close or have good transportation to and from places. Besides, it's a great idea to check the room rates and read different reviews from experienced travelers.
Do you think staying in a luxury hotel is a waste of money?
Well, I suppose it depends on the traveler's budget and also which part of the world they're traveling to. Personally, I rarely choose to stay in a luxurious hotel because most of the mid-scale ones would have the amenities that I need.
Thank you very much. That's the end of our practice test this afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
She did a very nice job overall. Her ideas were clearly delivered, well organized, maybe a few occasional pauses while collecting a word, but nothing major. It was a nice flow throughout. There was a wide range of vocabulary used. She used phrases like trivial topics, nature-inspired color palette, so there was a rich range of vocabulary that was used accurately. And I like how she paraphrased some of the wording from the questions in her answers. So, for example, in one of the questions, it asked, as soon as you receive them, and she paraphrased that to say as soon as possible. So that's always a good skill to change the wording a bit from the question. And in terms of grammar, there were very few mistakes. For example, she said with only 250,000 VND per night for the hotel, and we could replace with at. So at only 250,000 VND per night. And also a balcony which overlooking would be changed to a balcony which overlooked, but a wide range of structures were used accurately and effectively. Pronunciation was very clear. Every single word she said could be understood, and there was a nice natural intonation pattern used. Maybe only one word, aspects, we would place the stress on the first syllable, aspects, rather than aspects. But nicely done, and a good response delivered well.